What you are about to hear is the story of a forbidden love that blossomed within a secluded tea house in the Tang Dynasty. Bound by duty and torn by desire, a scholar and noblewoman risk everything for a love that transcends time. In the heart of the city, hidden within a quiet courtyard and framed by walls adorned with intricate silk banners, lies the most exquisite tea house in the capital. Known as the House of Petals, it is a place where nobility and scholars alike come to sip fragrant tea, recite poetry, and lose themselves in the peaceful beauty of its lush gardens. Here, surrounded by ancient cypress trees and delicate cherry blossoms, young scholar Li Wei spends his afternoons, captivated by the tranquility that offers a refuge from the bustling world outside. Li Wei is a man devoted to wisdom and words, with a heart as gentle as the ink that flows from his brush. He is known for his eloquent verses, yet the city's clamor for political ambitions and wealth holds no appeal for him. Instead, he finds solace in the simplicity of nature, the rustling of leaves, and the rhythm of poetry. But one day, as he is seated beneath the shade of a cherry tree penning lines of verse, his world shifts forever. She enters quietly, a vision in soft silk, her posture graceful, her eyes bright with curiosity and intelligence. Lady May, the daughter of a prominent family, visits the tea house for a fleeting escape from the expectations of noble life. Her reputation as a skilled poetess has spread through the city, though she has never once met a man who truly understands the depth of her heart. And in this tea house, amid the gentle murmurs and the wafting scent of jasmine, their eyes meet. Drawn to one another by a force neither can explain, Li Wei and May strike up a conversation about poetry. They speak in metaphors and verse, reciting stanzas as if they are old friends. For the first time, Li Wei finds himself captivated by more than the words on his parchment. May's laughter, her wit, and the way her words carry an understanding that resonates with his soul awaken a new feeling within him, something fragile, yet profoundly strong. With each exchange, he feels his heart drawn closer to hers. Their meetings become a secret ritual shared only with the tea house walls and the quiet attendants who look the other way. Beneath the flowering trees, they exchange dreams, fears, and the stirrings of forbidden love. Li Wei finds in May not just a muse but an equal, someone who understands his passions and shares his reverence for beauty. In her presence, the world fades, leaving only their shared laughter, the warmth of stolen glances, and the gentle touch of hands when words aren't enough. Yet, beneath their blossoming affection, a silent dread lingers. Lady May's family has already promised her hand to a powerful court official, a man of high standing who could secure her family's future. She reveals this to Li Wei, her voice trembling, her eyes filled with sorrow. Duty demands that she follow the path her family has set, but her heart pulls her in another direction, a path that leads her back to Li Wei and the quiet paradise of the tea house. As the sun dips below the horizon, casting golden light on the delicate petals, they make a pact. No matter what fate may hold, they will cherish each moment, each stolen glance, each whispered word, for they know their love may only live within these walls. They are two hearts trapped between duty and desire, united in a love as fleeting and beautiful as the cherry blossoms that fall around them. But as they part for the night, neither can shake the feeling that these moments will soon be swept away like petals in the wind. Their bond is fragile, but in their hearts, it grows stronger by the day, setting the stage for the bittersweet journey ahead. The days at the tea house blur into one another as Li Wei and Lady May continue to meet in secret, clinging to the time they have as if each stolen moment might be their last. Under the soft glow of lanterns, surrounded by the delicate fragrances of tea and blossoms, they exchange promises and dreams. Li Wei recites poetry crafted just for her, weaving words as carefully as a painter strokes his brush. Mei, in return, shares verses she has kept hidden in her heart, verses she once thought she would never have a chance to share with anyone who could understand. But as their love grows deeper, so too does the risk they face. Mei's family grows suspicious of her frequent visits to the tea house. Rumors swirl, and her family begins to tighten their grip, watching her movements with more scrutiny. The powerful court official to whom she is betrothed, a man twice her age, has heard whispers as well, and his pride burns at the thought of Mei in the company of a mere scholar. Though he cares little for Mei's heart, he views her as an asset, a key to cementing alliances within the Empire's inner circles. One evening, under the fading light of dusk, Mei arrives at the tea house with a heavy heart. She has been told her marriage will be arranged within the month. The pressure from her family is mounting, leaving her with no path forward that doesn't involve breaking her heart or dishonoring her family. She confides her fears to Li Wei, her voice barely a whisper, her fingers clutching his hand as if he is the only solid thing in a world about to crumble. Li Wei feels the weight of their love and the burden it places on her. He struggles with his own desires, the longing to keep her close, to ask her to abandon everything and flee with him. Yet, he knows the life he can offer her is fragile. He is a scholar, not a nobleman, and the Empire's laws are unkind to those who defy social order. He cannot ignore the dangerous reality that if Mei were to choose him, they would be fugitives forever hunted by her family and the powerful man who sees her as his possession. Haunted by the inevitability of their fate, Li Wei begins writing poetry late into the night, pouring his heart into each line as if to capture every moment they've shared in ink and verse. He writes of their love in symbols and metaphors, hoping that even if the world forgets them, their story will live on in his words. These poems become his secret offerings to her, each one hidden within the folds of her fan or the silken lining of her sleeve. But with every passing day, Mei's resolve weakens. The duty to her family tugs at her heart. The weight of her loyalty is heavy as the finest silk that adorns her. Torn between love and honor, she fears the day when she will have to make a choice, a decision that will alter both their lives forever. Yet, when she looks into Li Wei's eyes, she feels the strength of a love that transcends the rules of her world. A love that tells her that perhaps, just perhaps, the rules were meant to be broken. As their time grows short, their love only grows stronger, and with it, their determination to defy the world if it means they can be together. The tea house, once a tranquil escape, now feels like a prison, a place where they are bound by time and circumstance. And as they hold each other under the pale moonlight, they both understand that soon they must either let go or prepare to risk everything for the life they dream of sharing. The final days before Lady Mei's marriage approach with a relentless certainty, casting a shadow over the lovers' stolen meetings. The quiet sanctuary of the tea house feels suffocating, filled with a sense of urgency and sadness as Mei and Li Wei cling to their love, even as it slips through their fingers like sand. They spend each evening in silence, holding hands beneath the cherry blossoms, neither willing to speak of the inevitable separation that looms over them. Desperate to protect the woman he loves, Li Wei devises a plan. One evening, as twilight settles over the city, he takes her hands in his gaze steady, resolute. "Run away with me," he whispers, his voice barely audible but brimming with determination. "We can leave tonight, travel beyond the Empire's borders. We can live simply, free from titles and duty. I would rather live in exile with you than face a life where I never see you again." Mei's heart races at his words, her mind torn between the duty ingrained in her since childhood and the fierce love she feels for Li Wei. She imagines a life with him, simple and filled with joy, away from the constraints of her family's expectations. But as quickly as the vision fills her mind, reality intrudes. Her family, her honor, the life she has known it all tugs at her heart, urging her to uphold her duty. She knows that running away would bring shame upon her family, branding her a traitor to her lineage. Tears fill her eyes as she looks at Li Wei, her heart breaking as she makes the choice that tears her soul in two. "I cannot do it," she whispers, her voice barely steady. "I cannot forsake my family, my duty. If I ran, I would never know peace. It would haunt me, Li Wei, and I would never forgive myself." Her words hang heavy between them, and Li Wei's heart shatters as he realizes that her choice is final. Their last evening together is one of quiet desperation. In the soft glow of the lanterns, they hold each other beneath the blossoms, their love unspoken yet fierce, a bond that transcends time and circumstance. May presses a final poem into his hand, her fingers lingering on his as if she could somehow imprint her memory into him. The poem, written with a trembling hand, captures the essence of their love, a love unfulfilled, yet eternal, bound to live on in their memories and in the verses they have shared. On the day of her wedding, as May dons the ornate robes of a bride, Li Wei stands alone in the tea house, reading her final words. The verses speak of rivers that never meet, of stars that burn bright but distant, of a love hidden in the petals of a cherry blossom tree. His heart heavy, he realizes that though she belongs to another, her soul is forever bound to his. Years pass, and the House of Petals remains untouched by time, a place where lovers and poets come to find solace. Li Wei, now a respected scholar, still frequents the tea house, his hair graying but his heart carrying the memory of the love he once knew. He leaves behind poems in quiet corners, verses of longing and remembrance, his tribute to the woman who changed his life. And though they were never united in life, their love endures in every whispered poem, every fallen petal, and every lover who comes seeking solace beneath the cherry blossoms.